Right, buddy, it's Derby Day. Manchester United obviously face Manchester City. These are the five things to expect ahead of the game. We'll be talking about my predicted team changes I would make ahead of the game, some interesting thoughts on Manchester City score prediction, and much more. So let's get straight into it. Now, starting off, number one changes. Now, listen, the game against Forest wasn't United's best, and we know that. I think it was a game in which Manchester United played well, but ultimately we didn't get the result we deserved. And this game's obviously huge. It's a Manchester derby. It's an opportunity to get 3 points as well in the Premier League. And with Manchester City fighting for Champions League qualification, I think the team that Amorim needs to go into this game has to be strong. But remember, we played Lyon on Thursday, so you could be thinking about that as well. Now, in terms of changes, I think De Ligt comes out. Obviously, as a minor injury precaution, Maguire goes in. Take Casemiro out, and you bring in Højlund, and that means Bruno drops in. You go Garnacho, Xerxes and Højlund through the middle. You could see Eriksen come in, but that would be the changes I'd make. So my team would be Onana in goal, back five of Dalot, Dorgu, Mazraoui, Yoro, Maguire. Can be a tricky thing for Maguire coming up against what's his name, Marmoush. Into midfield, you've got Bruno, you go Garnacho, Xerxes and Højlund. You could see Eriksen come in, you could see Garnacho go to the bench, but I think we need Garnacho's runs in behind, kind of cause a problem and threat to Manchester City. So yeah, that would be my team. Now, number two, United's threat, as I said, Garnacho. He's a player who, again, got a lot of stick and a lot of criticism for the performance against Forest, rightly so. It was a very, very poor performance from him. I think in this game, he's going to want to go for it a bit more. I think you're going to utilise Garnacho's ability on the break. I think City are going to have a lot of possession, and United are probably going to look to hit him on the counter. We know how they want to play. And I think with Garnacho's threat, again, his decision-making needs to be better. He knows that. Amorim's probably had that conversation with him. I think that's something he will try and improve on in this game. I think Amorim knows how important that is. I think he will go for it now. As I said, Garnacho, I think utilising our wing-backs are key, getting them high up the pitch, causing them problems, because I think if we do press City, they are a bit vulnerable defensively and you can catch them out. I think the benefit is we're at home as well, and it's an absolutely huge game, and I'm hoping we can just get the win. I think with Manchester United at this moment, we don't know what we're going to get, but again, we need to utilise the strength. Bruno Fernandes, absolutely fantastic. I would put him into that midfield where he can more dictate the play. And number three, let's talk City. As I said, they aren't having the greatest season as they wanted. Obviously, they have a chance to win the FA Cup. They need to get in the Champions League themselves, so it's a big win for them. They currently sit fifth in the Premier League. We know how they're going to play possession. Look to use the threat of their wingers, Savinho, Doku, and get on the outside and put crosses in. Obviously, no Erling Haaland for them, which is huge. He will be missing, I think, to the end of the season. Again, but Marmoush, they just have good players all round. The fact that we're at home, as I said, does give us the benefit, but again, it's still going to be very, very tricky. You look how Manchester City play, as I said, sometimes play with a 3, sometimes with a 4, but they like to pack the midfield, get on the ball, overlaps, relentless crossing in the box, and I think Manchester United are going to have to be on their A game. I think United just go for it, press, go high, but again, their threat, I think, is Doku. If he's on it, especially against the low, I am quite worried, to be honest with you. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, they do have threats all around the pitch, but I think, again, it's a game where I think United can easily win it as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But there are threats all round for Manchester City in that team. As I said, we must be careful of what they can offer. Pep Guardiola is a very good manager, as we know, and they can cause United problems very, very easily. Especially if, listen, we're looking solid defensively, we're looking compact on the ball. Like we are utilising it properly, but again, we could very easily get caught out. Now, number 4, we can win this. I know that seems very obvious, but every game we can win. But I feel like this one is a game United can win. I think we will obviously concede, but wouldn't it be good? You get a win to start off a huge week for Manchester United with Lyon, Newcastle and Lyon coming up. It'd be absolutely huge if we can get this done. I think City, as I said, they aren't the best of City that we know. They still are a very, very good team. And I think the players that we have been getting players back. Listen, you could see Mason Mount start. I haven't even talked about him. Or you could utilise him off the bench. You've got Eriksen if you want to start him. His passing, his creativity, his energy. You've got Cheeto. I believe he's going to be in the squad. So again, if you want something different off the bench, we've got players who can definitely go out and win the game. And I think the way that we've been playing recently, United can get the win. I think City, as I said, they're going to be compact, they're going to be resolute. Again, they want to win. We know how they're going to play. You looked at when we played them last time, we're without Amad Diallo this time, which is huge, but I still do think we can win the game. Now, number 5, Score predictions. I think it will be a high scoring game. I predicted 3-2 in my preview. I'm going to stick with that. I think, yes, United haven't scored many goals, but again, it's a derby. Anything can happen. And I think it's a game which needs goals, a game which normally provides goals. And it's going to be a very, very big game nonetheless. I mean, you want to win regardless. You want the bragging rights of Manchester. And ultimately, it's going to be a huge day. I think the fact that we're at home, as I said, does give us that benefit. But again, who's going to score for us? Is it going to be Xerxes? Is it going to be Højlund? Probably Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho hopefully can get a goal. It'd be huge if he can do that. But again, we've shown we can beat Manchester City. They aren't in the greatest point of where they want to be right now at this moment. And I think the quality that Manchester United have, with the likes of Xerxes, with the likes of Garnacho, Bruno, these sorts of players, defending well, attacking well, I think we can cause a problem to Manchester City. You want to play for pride as well. As I said, it's a game in which it's huge. Amorim's second Manchester derby. He's won. He had a chance to get a double over Pep Guardiola for the first time in a while for Manchester United. So let's see what happens. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think will happen? As I said, I've gone in with a score prediction of 3-2. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments below. Peace.